Hey, what's up? Mike Schmidt here. Now in this video, I'm going to share with you a really simple thing that we do at the end of every proposal meeting that we have with the client that drastically increases the chances that we're actually going to get that project, and something that prevents these deals from rotting or just fading away. So at the end of this video, if you like what you see here, I'm going to give you the opportunity to get more of this kind of content, and so stick around to the end and I'll talk to you about that then. So let me talk to you about a situation that comes up again and again. Have you ever been in that client meeting, you've given that proposal to them, they're excited, they seem like you're gonna go for it, right? And they tell you, you know, this is so great. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna talk to my partner, my wife, whoever, and we'll talk about getting started. But this looks really good. Thanks for the information, right? And so we leave those meetings in those situations really excited. We get excited that the client wants to enroll in our services, and it was a really good relationship. And after that meeting, a lot of times the projects move forward. But I also find that in those cases, those clients tend to dry up, they tend to fade away, and something where someone you thought was a sure deal, you thought it was going to happen, suddenly they're hard to get a hold of. You call them, they don't answer. You might text them, you might email them, and suddenly, like, what was a great opportunity and you left really excited is something that just kind of goes away. Now, this is something that's happened to me over and over again. And this, when I figured out this very simple strategy that it does two things. Number one, it ensures that someone is actually really interested in your services and isn't just like giving some sort of excuse to kind of like end the meeting and move on. It also makes sure that that the projects actually kick off and move forward, which is awesome. So here's what it is. So think of it this way. Now, if you had a client that you're proposing to, at this point, I'm going to make a couple assumptions. I'm going to make an assumption that you probably have had two meetings with them, right? You probably had the first meeting with them where you did the initial discovery, trying to figure out like what it is that they want and what their business is all about. And then from there, you might have moved on to a second meeting where you delivered a proposal. So I got to ask you this. If you're looking at that scenario where you've had two meetings, what do you think that client is really, really good at this point, and that they've proven to you, right? They've proven that they can meet with you, right? They've had two meetings with you. So what makes you think that if they can meet with you two times up to the proposal, that they wouldn't meet with you again? So here's exactly what I say at the end of that second meeting. And so this is important because pay attention to the way I say it, because the way you deliver this is really important. What I say is the next step in the process here is for us to set up a follow-up meeting. And I'll tell you what, with this follow-up meeting, we can treat it in one of two ways. We can either use that meeting as a kickoff meeting, or we can use that time to address any questions that come up. And that's it. That's what I say to them. So again, part of the process, right? I'm letting them know that this is, hey, they've been in my process the whole time, and I'm not letting them leave to go invent some other new process. They're now going to be moving into this third meeting. And so kind of what tends to happen in this, if someone's genuinely interested and they actually are not just feeding you a line saying that they're interested but they're actually not, they will schedule that meeting. Because for them, this is a great opportunity for them to go and keep the momentum going and schedule this, so that next meeting either is treated as a kickoff where things get rolling and everything starts the project, or it's a chance to handle new objections. So that's an excellent outcome. We see a lot of clients just naturally flow into that process, and now we're not having to chase them. We're not have to figure out like why they're not returning our calls. It's just like a calendared appointment that we set right there in that meeting. So that's really key. Now, there's some clients that are going to go through that process with you, and they're going to not want to schedule that meeting, right? And sometimes that's like, there's a legitimate reason, but what I find is that when the client doesn't want to schedule that meeting, it's an opportunity for them to really now come to me in that moment with their true objection. So if I ask them, hey, the next step in our process is setting this meeting, and they're like, well, I'm not really ready to do that. I need to talk to my whoever, my partner, that kind of thing, and I'll get back to you. It's my opportunity, it's my chance to then say, okay, totally get that. Makes sense. A moment ago, you're really interested in starting the project, and I get you got to speak with someone. But what would be preventing you from actually setting up a meeting? Again, you're not committing to anything. We're just going to, I'm sure, but once you go talk to this other person, once you think about it, you're going to have questions. So wouldn't it make sense, in order to keep momentum going, that we'd have a next meeting to talk about it? And when somebody's in that position, when you've kind of backed them into this spot where they're really having to tell you what their real objection is, and this is where I find people will say things like, they'll start to come forward with really what the issue is. Well, I'm not really sure if we need this yet, or I'm not sure if it's a lot of money, and I'm not sure where we're going to get that from, or we're going to go check to see if we can actually do this, or I'm not really the decision maker, like I can't kick off a project, I got to have somebody else. So there's the real things that come up that now you can actually address right then, as opposed to days and weeks later when you're trying to get them on the phone, and by that point all momentum is lost. So I get that this is really simple, right? Like, you're just setting another meeting, but it works because you're framing it as part of your process. You're leveraging something that they've already proven that they can do, because they've already met with you at least once, probably twice, and it's an excellent way to get more clients to convert and get them to keep that momentum going. And this is something we train our sales team on again and again. It's like, after that proposal meeting, it's setting that next moment, that next opportunity to get together, because that's either going to be used as a kickoff or a chance to address more concerns. So if you liked what you're seeing here, and you like the ideas, and like the idea of being coached through some of the aspects of sales and growing your agency, what I'd like to do is I'd like to invite you into having a coaching call with my team, where we can dive specifically into your agency, your business, no matter where you're at right now, and identify other things like this that might be stopping you from getting you where you want to go. It's a free call. Around this video, you'll see an opportunity to schedule that and book that. And this is something that we're doing in order to provide you some more momentum, more insight into your business, so that way we can show you where the programs and the services that we offer can help as well. So again, around this video is an opportunity to book that. And again, if you found value in this today, I hope that number one, you absolutely implement this in your business, and number two, you schedule that call, so that way we can help you even more. So looking forward to meeting you on that call and helping you through your growth in your business, and we'll see you real soon. Cheers.